Hi, Divine Souls. I'm truly grateful you're here with me in Oriah Divine Sanctuary, a space dedicated to healing, awareness, and spiritual alignment. If this video has appeared in your life today, trust that there may be a message here meant specifically for you. If the words shared here resonate with your spirit, I encourage you to like, share, comment, and subscribe so we can continue building a community centered around truth, healing, and higher consciousness. Earlier today, during meditation, I allowed myself to slow down, to breathe, and to simply be present. And in that quiet space, I began to tune into the energetic frequency of the collective, sensing what many people may be navigating on their spiritual journeys right now. And from that awareness, this message emerged. When people hear the phrase spiritual thief, they often imagine something mysterious. But many of the greatest losses we experience happen through ordinary patterns of unhealthy relationships. A spiritual thief, in this sense, is someone whose repeated behavior leaves you consistently depleted instead of strengthened. They may not literally be taking something supernatural from you, but they may exploit your compassion, confidence, time, or sense of purpose. Jesus said in John 10:10, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it abundantly." While this passage has a broader spiritual meaning, it also reminds us to pay attention to influences that move us away from life, hope, and truth. So, how can you recognize unhealthy patterns? 1. They constantly take but rarely give. Healthy relationships have mutual care. One person isn't expected to carry all the emotional weight. If you're always pouring out but never being supported, it's time to evaluate the balance. 2. They benefit from your gifts but resist your growth. Some people applaud your talents as long as those talents serve them, but when you begin setting boundaries, pursuing your purpose, or becoming more confident, they become distant, critical, or dismissive. Healthy people celebrate your growth even when it changes the relationship. 3. They leave you feeling smaller. After spending time together, ask yourself, do I feel encouraged, or do I leave doubting myself, feeling guilty, or emotionally drained? One difficult conversation doesn't define a relationship, but consistent patterns matter. 4. They ignore healthy boundaries. When you say no, do they respect it, or do they pressure you with guilt, obligation, or shame? People who value you will also value your limits. 5. They create dependence instead of grow. The healthy mentors, friends, and leaders want you to become wiser and more confident. Manipulative people often want you to remain dependent on them for approval, direction, or identity. So, how do you protect yourself? First, stay rooted in your values and, if you're a person of faith, in God's Word. Second, pay attention to patterns rather than isolated moments. Third, don't confuse kindness with unlimited availability. You can be compassionate and still have boundaries. You can forgive someone and still choose not to continue an unhealthy pattern. And finally, remember that guarding your heart isn't about building walls. It's about building wisdom. The healthiest relationships don't leave you constantly empty. They inspire growth. They encourage honesty. They respect your dignity. They make room for both giving and receiving. As you continue your healing journey, ask yourself, who in my life encourages me to become healthier? Who respects my boundaries? Who celebrates my growth without trying to control it? Those are the relationships worth investing in. Protect your peace, steward your gifts wisely, and remember that your compassion is a gift, but wisdom helps you know where to invest it. Before you leave the sanctuary, let's plant one final seed in our hearts. Place your hand over your heart, take a deep breath, and repeat after me. I choose wisdom in the relationships I build. I honor my time, my peace, and the gifts God has entrusted to me. I release unhealthy patterns and welcome relationships marked by mutual respect, honesty, and encouragement. My heart is guarded by wisdom, my mind is clear, and I will invest my energy where love, truth, and growth can flourish. and so it is. Divine souls, thank you for stepping into Oriah Divine Sanctuary. This space exists to support your healing, elevate your awareness, and guide you through the sacred process of personal transformation. Here, you are safe to grow spiritually, emotionally, and authentically, and it is truly an honor to share this journey with you. Always remember, awareness begins the healing, but your transformation begins the moment you choose to honor your voice. Until we meet again, continue walking in truth, protecting your peace, and letting your divine light shine.